Okay, so it's pocketgamer.biz. Today we're in Vilnius in Lithuania for the live mobile conference.
Yeah.
And we've just been seeing a cool game, not actually from Lithuania, but from Hungary. So it's SongArc. Do you want to explain a bit about what SongArc is? Introduce yourself and tell us a bit about SongArc.
Yeah. So my name is Andras Velvart. I'm the CEO, founder of SongArc. And SongArc was my idea. Yeah. I've always been a music guy. I used to play in a band. And then for a couple of life reasons, like my son being born, I had to make some sacrifices, and being a band was one of them. Yeah. And not that I regret it, but I was always missing this close connection to the music. And I turned over to music games, but especially on a mobile device, none of those games have led me to be as close to the music and connect with the music as much as I would have loved to. And that's where the whole idea of SongArc came. So I really wanted to have a music game that was expressive, where I could express all the little nuances of music, and not just rhythm, but actual melody and music and things like that. And that was the basic idea of SongArc. Then I teamed up with a couple of very talented guys who won third place in Sydney, Australia for their video game at the Microsoft Imagine Cup. And we created a prototype for this SongArc game, applied to the App Campus project, and we won the App Campus award.
Explain a bit about App Campus. What's that
about? So App Campus is actually Microsoft Nokia, which is today the same, but it wasn't at that time. So it's Microsoft Nokia and the Finnish University Aalto together. Aalto is pretty famous for the startup scene over there. And they together created an award where they would give 20, 50 or 70,000 euros to promising Windows Phone exclusive applications and games. And we won this award, which they only asked us for 3 months of exclusivity, and then we are free to go to other platforms. So we launched the SongArc last October, a year ago, and now is the time where we're going to Android, and first to iOS and then to Android with this game. The game has seen pretty big success on Windows Phone.
Yeah. So Windows Phone is kind of like in the third place kind of platform. So there's but there are millions of devices out there. So kind of you're a free game. So how have you done in terms of downloads, and how have you done in terms of, I guess, people using the game?
Yeah, we were pretty successful and lucky. In terms of luck, is preparation meets opportunity. So there wasn't really any music game in the Windows Phone scene at that time, and we really struck a chord with the editor of WP Central, and he endorsed us, and he pretty much followed us all over ever since then. And we have seen over 1.3 million downloads in this year. We have seen at our top, we have been the number 6 best rated game in the entire store.
Okay. What kind of territories are kind of the big ones for you?
Sorry?
What kind of countries are the key ones for you?
Yeah, the key countries are USA, UK, obviously. Yeah. The game is only in English right now. Okay. But we're seeing a huge number of downloads from in Brazil, and Vietnam, Taiwan, and Germany, Italy, France, the bigger European countries, for Windows Phone perspective.
And now you're going to take it onto the iOS and Android. So what's the plan there? Is it going to be the same game? Is there going to be any changes?
Yeah, we're going to do a big change in the UI, because we feel that the UI is it became somewhat complicated and not as self-explanatory as we would have liked. So we're going to do some big changes over there, and this is kind of off the record, but we're also going to do something called Featured Artist. And a Featured Artist is about bands, smaller bands, but good bands, wanting to get out of their hometown or their home country and wanting to get their music known all over the world. And we're going to have a special featured advertising space for these bands, where people can play with their music and experience their music in a much deeper way than if they were just listening to it.
And And in terms of kind of, we're now in, where are we, in October?
Yeah.
Do you have a time scale where we should be expecting to check out the App Store?
Yeah, it's pretty tight, but we want to launch before the holidays.
Okay.
So definitely, hopefully, we should be ready late October, early November, and then we go through all the approval process, which can take any number of weeks. But definitely, we want to be out before the holidays on Android and iOS, and even on Windows tablets.
Good, lovely. Thanks for your time.
Okay.